The hallway smelled of old paint and cold winter air. At 19, I stood frozen, a small bag at my feet, hearing the door slam behind me. "I don't have a daughter. Get out?" His words were final, a line drawn in the air that erased me from his life. I didn't shout, didn't argue. I just walked into the uncertain night, feeling the weight of absence settle on my shoulders like a coat too heavy to shake off. The years that followed were uneven. I learned to measure my worth in tiny increments: my own apartment, a steady job, the clumsy warmth of friendship. I was proud of my life, but part of me carried the quiet hum of resentment, a constant companion who whispered that I wasn't supposed to succeed. Sometimes, in the dark, I imagined the day I might meet him again, not with rage, but with the calm recognition of all I had endured. And then, 20 years later, there it was, a marble lobby, polished to a reflective sheen, the kind of luxury I had never dared to dream about back then. I was there on a business trip with my husband, helping him oversee one of his new properties. I had chosen a muted dress, nothing flashy, yet enough to make an impression. I hadn't expected him. He appeared near the reception desk, older than I remembered, shoulders slightly stooped, but eyes sharp enough to recognize me immediately. He laughed, a sharp, incredulous sound. "Life teach you a lesson yet?" I turned slowly, measured, letting him see me fully for the first time in decades. "Actually," I said, glancing briefly at the reception behind me, "my husband owns this place." The laugh froze. His eyes flicked toward the desk, registering the subtle emblem on the front of the marble counter. There was a pause, a silence weighted with disbelief and the slow grinding shift of reality. I watched him, noting the tiny details, the tension in his jaw, the subtle narrowing of his gaze, the way his hands gripped the edge of the counter for a fraction of a second. He had underestimated me once. Now the power was tangible, undeniable, yet calm, professional. I didn't gloat. I didn't raise my voice. There was no dramatic flourish, no pointed speech. The quiet, controlled authority of my presence, the silent acknowledgement of my life's trajectory, spoke louder than words. I had built my own world, carried my daughter through challenges he had never imagined, and here was the living proof of it. He opened his mouth, then closed it. The smile that had accompanied his recognition didn't return. He said nothing, only looked, and in that brief moment I saw the old disbelief, the hesitation, and perhaps a flicker of regret. But there was no need for me to narrate it. Silence carried everything that words might have spoiled. I thought of the nights I had stayed awake, wondering if I would ever be enough for him, and the countless mornings I had woken determined to be enough for myself and my child. This moment wasn't revenge, it was a quiet acknowledgement, a calm alignment of reality with truth. My dignity was intact, my life full, and my past, though still marked by hurt, was no longer a chain. He shifted his weight, glanced away, and then, with a subtle nod, walked past me. No confrontation, no dramatic exit, just the slow, unmistakable recalibration of authority, visible only in the way he held himself afterward, careful and measured, aware for the first time that control had shifted. I lingered just a moment, taking in the lobby, the polished marble, the subtle hum of success that didn't need boasting. My husband approached, quietly supportive, and together we walked through the hotel, leaving behind a history of silence, absence, and now, undeniable consequence. The encounter ended without celebration, without spectacle. But for me, it was complete, a quiet victory earned not through spectacle or malice, but through years of perseverance, patience, and measured growth. I had built a life that no dismissal could erase, a life that spoke in calm authority louder than any outburst ever could. And as I glanced back, he was still standing near the desk, his expression unreadable, caught between recognition and reflection, knowing, finally, that the daughter he had once denied had quietly, unshakably, reclaimed her place in the world.